Hey, figured I'd give a little bit better of an idea of the scale of the Rogue EB-1. So I'm 5'11", about 180 pounds. You can see where I'm standing up right here. My head is taller than the ceiling when it's totally collapsed. So I'll show you what it looks like inside. So when I go in, I can like stand hunched over. So I can, get to the cooking area. I can sort of do stuff hunched over, but if I raise the ceiling a few inches, it makes cooking a lot more pleasant. But the cool thing is, I just made up the bottom bed here to show sort of what it looks like. And if I lay down, so basically, if I'm totally heads down, my head is absolutely at the front. You can actually see right here, my feet still have a little bit of room. So for me at 5'11", it works really well. Have lots of room on the sides. It's nice to use a sleeping bag. But then you can even see the bed up here. It doesn't look like it, but we have actually slept with this down. It's not very comfortable. Definitely don't want to do it. The bunk down here is much, much better. But in a pinch, you could. And especially with the skylight there, you have more room for your head. So I'll raise it up to show you what the length of the bed looks like. Okay, now we've got the top totally raised. So I'll show you sort of how far you can go up front. You can see my hand. It's a super wide angle lens, but about if you crawl down in here, this is my hand, so you don't have a great amount of room here if you want to sleep, but this bubble gives you a nice place for, giving you a little bit more headspace if you want. Only trouble is when it's cold or it's wet, this definitely grabs a lot of condensation, so it wouldn't be surprising if it started dripping on you or something like that just from your condensation. So generally we've been sleeping with our feet at the down here and our heads facing up. So I guess I'll just show you how that works. Again, I'm 5'11". So okay, with my feet absolutely here, I'll rotate around and sort of to where my head is, and with my feet touching, my head's right about here. So, with a pillow, your head's pretty much right here. Again, 5'11". Any taller, it probably gets pretty tight. But if you sleep diagonal, if you only have one person, then you can get a little bit more extended. But again, it's 6 foot, probably about as tall as you want to be without having things slip and fall over. So not the most amazing for people, but this is one of the biggest differences between the EB-1 and EB-2 is, these 6 inches right here, that makes a pretty big difference. And also the storage shelf right here is really nice to have. You can see the monitor setup down there where I can store it, and I can store a lot more things up here, clothes and whatnot. So anyways, hopefully that gives you a better idea of what the heck this thing looks like, because it definitely is hard to gauge physically what the space looks like without being able to get in it. So yeah, that's it. That's a little bit more info on the sizing.